I was declined a promotion 3 times at my company that I'm currently working at, and it genuinely made me feel like shit. I was working nonstop, giving them so many hours, and when promotion time came around, I wasn't chosen. Every time I got declined, there was a different reason, and each one just made me resent the manager in charge of promotions even more, to the point that I just wanted to leave the company altogether. Each rejection came with a different explanation, but none of them were ever formal to me. My direct supervisor would casually tell me these reasons with no real breakdown or clear actions that I could improve on, so I was always in the dark. The first rejection hit me the hardest because I was promised this promotion alongside with another coworker where I was working with them really closely. We were on a project that was supposed to launch a month later at the time I'm talking about this, or at the time this stuff was going on, and I was working my ass off, doing overtime, pushing to meet deadlines, and on top of that, my coworker broke his wrist and had to take 4 days off, which I had to cover. Then he went on vacation soon after, and yeah, I had to fill his role again. And then when promotion time finally came around, I wasn't included. Talking about it still makes my blood boil, and I genuinely hate the new manager they put in. The reason they gave for not promoting me was due to my attitude. They said I was labeled an unhinged teenager and that I came off as rude to others, which honestly felt unfair as I talk casually with other coworkers I'm close with and very formal with speaking to higher ups. They basically decided not to promote me because I was loud while having fun conversation with my coworkers. Although I did have a prior HR violation before all of this, so maybe that had something to play into the role, but still, the way it was handled pissed me off. The second rejection happened during the final stretch of the project. The deadline got pushed back, and so did my promotion. I was told that I'd probably get it after the project finished, and so I stayed another month. But by that point, I was already near my breaking point. They weren't treating me as an equal, and honestly, I felt like my age played a big role in this. Since I was 19, and it felt like my input was constantly ignored. No one wanted to talk to me about the project except my direct supervisor. Upper management never listened, and every week they kept implementing new policies that completely contradicted how we were already working. What made it worse was that these policies were coming from people who were brand new to the company, and they just kept stacking and stacking rule after rule, completely destroying everyone's workflow. Eventually, they added one more policy without warning me, and that was it for me. I went to my supervisor and said, I want out. I don't want to do this anymore. Send me to a different department. And he did. And because of that, because I didn't was not able to push through the final stretch, I was declined the promotion again. And I understood it to some extent, but man, the inefficiency drove me insane. These people were around 10 years older than me, and I genuinely just questioned if they were fully functioning adults. And that's how bad it got. A third rejection, honestly, I don't know fully why they rejected me a third time. They said it was because I was late too often, but the thing was they kept changing the work schedule. Not just my work schedule, but the entire office work schedule. So I wasn't actually late that much. I'm still waiting for like proper clarification from my new immediate supervisor. So I'll see how it goes and see the reasoning behind that. I know it sounds stupid coming from a 19-year-old who still has his whole life ahead of him, but the amount of hours I put in, the stress of just training people older than me, and even working from home just to keep things running, it sucked. Going through all of that just to get blocked by a new manager who couldn't even communicate properly was hella infuriating. And these guys were adults. This guy had a wife and everything, and he just couldn't send messages properly, which made me question upper management decisions to hire him. So yeah, I was pissed. I was really, really pissed. So I finally said fuck it and started job hunting and looking for other ways to make money. And that's what led me down to the rabbit hole of saving and investing. Trying to build a financial freedom instead of relying on this company that clearly doesn't value me. JP Finance was the first YouTuber I saw talking about money in a way that actually clicked. Seeing how much he gained over time just from growth alone pushed me to take investing more seriously. I had already been investing before, but I had no idea what I was doing. I was just throwing money into random ETFs that probably tracked the S&P 500 and buying stocks like Tesla and Google. At that time, I was using Robinhood and then eventually switched to Fidelity after realizing Robinhood was just trade focused at that time, and I'm not a trader like that. So yeah, I shifted my attention elsewhere, and honestly, I'm doing pretty well right now. I'm focusing on college, building this social media thing, and sticking to my 4-year plan. I'm still trying to hit the promotion because it would be a big financial jump for me, but for now, all I can do is wait and see. So yeah, let me know down in the comments if you guys ever experienced something like me being cock blocked by your manager for a promotion. And if you were, tell me what you did. I'm really curious about other people's story about this.